Hello and welcome to another episode of 2P Podcast. Yes. So, like we mentioned, we've been talking about all things horror and spooky for a little while. But now it's June. And to those that know, June is a month in which we celebrate the anniversary of one of our favorite bands. Yes. So they turned 13 this year, and recently they've been talking about how lyrics impact the kind of music that one enjoys, or the kind of music people enjoy today, and specifically the fact that not all songs might have meanings, and if people look into the meanings of the song before they enjoy the song. So, calling onto that discourse, we decided that we were going to talk about some of our favorite songs and why we like them.
Yeah.
And sometimes we relate to the lyrics, sometimes we relate to the music. So, yes, that is
Sometimes
what.
it's just that we associate that particular song and those lyrics to a particular character we know, or
Yes.
maybe a dream that we have, or
Right.
maybe you say that.
We vibe with it.
We just vibe with it, or maybe a resolution that we made.
Right.
Because I have that case in
Yes.
life. I like a song simply because I made an entire resolution surrounding that one song for this entire year, and that's what I'm trying to follow through with it. So.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Not every song, like I think the discourse on lyrics being important to a song. How do you feel about it? Like, do you think it's really important for lyrics to be like
From time to time, yes, because
Time
I
to
would-
time, yes,
yeah,
but-
I wouldn't want to put my time into something that I feel does not resonate with me. But it's not always lyrics, because there's
Exactly.
songs which literally have lyrics that have no connection to me
And-
anywhere. But I'd love those
and
songs.
we still vibe with it, right? Songs that there are songs where people could not. I have like when we talk about K-pop or any other music genre. I heard people say that how do you even understand the lyrics and the meanings? There are translations available again, and you will notice that some of the songs that have gone mega viral or very popular songs.
are just earworms with repeating tones and
And-
literal to no meaning.
Exactly, and not just that. There are songs whose how do you see it? Biggest example is Gangnam Style. Did anyone, when it blew up, it literally blew up, did anyone even realize that it was K-pop? No, I did not. Trust me, I did not when I
Yeah, it
first
took
heard
me a
it.
while as well.
Exactly, I did not know it was K-pop.
You are tiny then.
We were literally tiny, but everyone knows Gangnam
Yeah,
Style.
true.
Everyone knows the step for Gangnam Style. It was everywhere.
It crossed borders, it crossed barriers, it blew through them.
Exactly, it was there in the entire world. It just spread across the entire world, and no one knew it was K-pop. Trust me, we didn't know. And those songs do prove that language is not a barrier. Language was never a barrier. And the people who say that language is a barrier while you're listening to songs, then well, we have proof that it is not.
Yes. So that is what is
That is
going to
our
be like an
entire-
introduction to what we're going to be talking about. But before that, 2B Podcast is all about all things that we love and all things that you might love. So we talk about books, we talk about
Music
places that we'd like to visit, we talk about stories.
and horror stories as well.
Yes, a ton of them.
Ton of
You
them.
can go back to our playlist and look at the horror stories that we've
Right.
talked about, all the spooky, scary stuff that we've gathered from across the internet. And if you have something, feel free to drop them down in our
Comment
mailbox or in the comment section. Yes. So we'd love to interact with you, know your stories, something that you want to share related to music, to art, some place that you traveled, all of that. Feel free to share that with us in the comments or through our email ID shared in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into it.
Yay.
So for today, to give the approach a structure, we have curated a playlist of nearly 50 songs that we really like.
50?
Yeah, it reached 50. Like we were
We
just
did that like 5 minutes ago, by the way.
yeah, and it has reached 50. It's almost a 3-hour long playlist with 50 tracks, comprising of the songs that either of us love or both of us love, and it holds little to some to a lot of meaning to us in one way or the other. And we're gonna talk about all of these one by one.
And I don't think that even fulfills the kind of songs that.
And this is like scratching the
This is-
surface,
it's
but these
scratching
are
the
the ones that we
surface.
listen to very frequently in the recent times.
And it's not. The thing is that what thing you need to know about this is that we need music whenever we're doing
Yeah.
whatever we're doing. Okay.
Right.
So like if we are working, Like we both work from home, so it's like even if we are working, we have music running in our ears. When we are doing chores, we have music running on our ears.
You know, like this is kind of the thing that we hope that 2P podcast
Right,
becomes for you.
exactly.
While we talk and you carry on with your work.
Right, exactly. So let's get started.
Yes. Do you want to start first?
Nah, you go.
Huh? Is it me?
Yes. It was her idea, so
Yes, it
I'll let
was
her.
mine. Okay.
I will let you go first.
Okay, great. I have so many songs. I have so many songs.
Start.
Okay, so the first song that I'd love to talk about is Trivia Love. Yes, like we mentioned in the beginning, this is like the anniversary month for BTS. We are all celebrating Festa, and it's only justified if we're gonna
Right.
talk about BTS and their music,
Obviously.
begin with them and branch into artists as well. And,
Yes.
and I was referring to Aryan's discourse in the recent live where he was breaking down Arya. It is very well known to the entire fandom where it's like you eroded my edges and made me into love. So from Saram, it became Saram. I love that aspect of where he's talking about the fact that like there's different situations that humans might like. That is the interpretation I tend to take of the music of the song, is the fact that there happen to be different humans and they are faced with different situations that are like tough. It might not appear to be so to the others or from an outer perspective, but to the individual it's tough. And those situations kind of shape you into a human who might be full of love, or like the personification of somebody who'd call love. And then he goes saying, I live so I love, and it's repeated multiple times. I live so I love, I live so I love, I live so I love. So Persona was the very first album that got released, and I joined the fandom somewhere in the Jan of 2019, and they were wrapping up the last leg of the Speak Yourself, Love Yourself, Speak Yourself tour. And I was like, okay, so this is going to be the first album that comes out. And when I listened to the album, two tracks that stuck with me were like Persona and Boy With Love. Boy With Love because it was catchy.
Yes, Map of Soul Persona, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right, I remember.
Because the
we
first
both
is-
got in,
yes.
exactly. It was the same for both of us. I just realized that.
Yes.
Because you mentioned 2019, right? I got into K-pop the same year, January 2019. But the difference between both of us, like the group, she got into BTS, I got into Stray Kids.
Yes.
So my first K-pop album, like when I became a fan, was Clay One Mirror. So I remember when the entire album came out and when Miro came out. So that album actually was very special to me. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah, even to me, like Persona is like
Hi,
kind of
it-
special because it's
right.
the first album that came out. The part where he goes like, I traveled all across the letters to reach you.
Right.
Yes. So, yep.
This gives me that, I just reminded there was this internet personality who has gone through a recent breakup. So this person comes and tells, he posted a video saying that, yes, I did go through something like breakup, but that does not mean that I will hate love.
Absolutely.
Like, this reminds me of that. Like, no matter what, I live to love.
Okay.
Like, just because something bad happened to me does not stop me from loving something.
Okay, so like despite facing the hardships, I'm not
Right.
closing myself up to
Love.
whatever.
The love I can receive or the love I can give. That is the kind of interpretation, sorry for that, that came into my mind when he said, I live to love. Like, not being closed off to the concept
not
of
holding
love.
myself out or not
Right.
isolating my own self because
Exactly.
somebody else was to blame, or even
yes.
if I was to blame.
Exactly. To be open to giving and being loved.
Like there's several parts throughout the song, because this is like one in where he like goes on and on about it, like not in a bad way, because
Yeah,
I
right.
literally love the song.
Love. It is love.
But yeah, like he's describing the person as like, you're my person, you're my wind, you're my pride, you're my love. But the part that sticks with me throughout the entire song is first being I live so I love, and the second being you like eroded all of my ages, and from Sanam to Sanam. So that is like the first song. I think that like the amount of times that I played it is concerning.
Totally
To the point where my Spotify is like, oh, you might want to listen to this song. My YouTube is like, oh, this song.
This song.
Everywhere, it's everywhere. What would be your first song that you'd like to talk about?
Okay. If that is that, then first song, then it would be hard. I have not even the fact that I have not even added those songs to the playlist, and I just remembered both of those songs
go on,
exist.
take it away.
I'll add it to the playlist.
Take it
But
away.
yes, two songs that is very close to my heart. I'll begin with Showcase here. One is Elevator because
Okay.
that was the first song I heard when I was like
Got into the
got
fandom.
into them. Okay. The reason why Elevator is because Elevator itself, like you can understand, is like a wordplay of elevator
and hell.
hell. Basically meaning an elevator that goes down.
Okay.
Like goes
now I
down.
get it.
It goes down into
Elevator
hell.
to hell.
Exactly.
Elevator.
Elevator to hell, which is elevator. Basically, the entire song, the reason, like the entire reason why I liked that song was it talked about their early days struggle, basically, how they came into being and how their dreams were not supported enough. Like they did not know what they were doing, basically, and how they came into a reason. And I'll show you their lyrics where I like it.
Okay.
Just there's nothing, no one to care or worry about me. Only cold words telling me to give up on my dreams. Those quitting words keep hitting my ears, only despair pours. The hopeful skies only get covered by other people's hands. This is something I kind of felt when I first listened to the song, because we were going through a phase back then in 2019. Remember, like finishing school, getting into college, everyone asking what you're going to do.
Everybody had opinions.
Everybody had opinions on what
But
you're
no
doing.
help.
Exactly. Everyone had opinion on what they're doing. Apparently, whatever you chose was not good enough for people.
Yeah.
Like
They were
you
never
would-
satisfied.
Right. They were never satisfied. So whatever dreams you had, apparently it was not good enough for the people around you, and they always had an opinion to say about it. And it was not just from elders itself. They came from people who we like. At least I thought were my friends. So those kind of negative nuances when you're actually just trying to start out in the world just felt like like they said, hands covering up your face and not allowing you to see what's ahead of you. So them going ahead and actually speaking about it in the song felt like them writing about what I was feeling at that particular moment.
So it resonated with your experiences
Exactly.
at that time.
My life was rock bottom, an edge of a cliff. I'm walking in a dark tunnel. Cruel and fearful days I'm enduring through alone. I hold out my hand. This particular part. I hold out my hand, but no one is there to grab it. I'm riding on my pain and my tears as I try to escape above. It feels like you
Very
literally,
sad times, literally.
literally. It feels like you're literally on the bottom of the pit, and you're trying to climb above, but everyone's literally blocking your way up. So that was kind of what it felt at the moment, and the entire this I was watching the music video. The entire setup of the music video and how it was said, it literally felt what I was feeling. So I was like, wow, okay, this makes sense. I want to know who these people are, and that was how I first got into it. So,
And that completely makes sense,
exactly. Basically says I'm trying to look for an exit, take myself out from being trapped in the darkness. I'm fighting harder, run away from this place. I'm on the elevator. I'm gonna go up.
Okay.
I'm escaping from a dark past, shining on my path ahead. Tiresome times that drove me crazy. I'm running so I can forget. As the bell of a new start rings, I got on, pulled my hand, take me to the penthouse, my elevator.
Hence the name elevator.
Hence the name elevator. Basically meaning that they're stuck on an elevator that goes down, but they are forcing itself to go up so that they can get away from this darkness of pit and go ahead and achieve their dreams that they always want. So that was it. And the fact where it said, I hold out my hand but there's no one to hold on to it. God, that hit hard. So, like I remember listening to this song the entire time I was giving my first semester exams.
I was stuck to, I'm still stuck to Trivia Love that way.
I literally keep listening to it whenever I feel like shit, and whenever I need to cry. This and there's another called Slump. I'll talk about it later. But again, these two songs, if I have to cry, I'll literally listen to these songs.
I do not think I have music that I cry.
I
I'd
do.
rather not cry.
I would rather because I have spent I spent a very long period of time blocking out the crying part. So if it's like at one point I needed an outlet to let the crying
that
go.
emotion, huh?
Yes, because and these songs help me like get it out. So that is why. And like if I need to cry or at least need to get that emotion out of my mind, I need to.
Okay. The next song on the list
Mhm.
is one that we both like really love, and it's like for a common reason.
Huh?
Yes, Prophecy.
Oh, arey.
Prophecy by
Arey,
Taylor
arey.
Swift.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
The song is our favorite because
Very
it
favorite.
resonates like line by line with a character that we
both
really
love.
admire.
We both love.
Yeah,
that
we
one.
love him to bits.
Exactly.
Yeah, these are the protagonists or the protagonist of the book TGCF, Tian Guan Shifu. I might definitely have butchered the pronunciation, but it's called the Heaven
basically
Officials.
Heaven Officials
Blessing.
Blessing.
Yes. And the lyrics go like,
Arey. I'm crashing out even when she's saying the lyrics.
I looked at the sky and said, please, I've been on my knees. Change the prophecy. I don't want money. I just want someone who wants my company. Let it once be me. Who do I have to about it if they can redo the prophecy? Like this entire part resonates with the aspect
it
where
definitely does. Like
Exactly.
the entire concept of the prophecy. Like the character that we're talking about is Jalian, and his entire character
arc
starts
is like
with that
a sort
prophecy.
of a prophecy.
Exactly.
Because
Starts
he
with the
goes on a
prophecy.
bridge, slays like a bad spirit, and he says like, what was it?
Body in abyss, heart in paradise.
Yes.
So basically,
And
this one line
Changes
kind of
his entire fate.
yes, changes his entire fate. To be honest, it was not even his fault.
No, absolutely
It
not.
was not.
He
his
was
fault.
not
It
at
was
fault.
not- It was never. He was
He
never
just
at
had
fault.
the worst timing and the absolutely rotten luck.
To be honest, it was the luck. The bad luck was basically even given to him.
Yeah.
He was not born with.
No.
He was never
He was born with like a golden spoon in his
Exactly. He
mouth.
was born with a golden spoon and he had very good luck from the very beginning till that particular moment.
And
It's
then
just
the prophecy
that
stole it all away.
it's just that someone
Yeah.
We'll
We'll not give you the book spoilers.
We will not give you the spoiler. It's just that someone saw him and they saw their younger version.
Yeah, and he hated him.
And they hated it and they wanted to corrupt Raelian and make him do the same things that they
Yeah.
did when they were younger.
They failed.
They failed. They definitely failed. Even till the end, they failed. Raelian never changed as a person. He did grew up.
And you remember the part like where he says, I've been on my knees. Redo the prophecy is much like right before the part when he gets his hat.
Exactly, yes.
Like just
That
one
was
person.
that one
person.
person. That
I
one
have goosebumps again.
I see.
The amount of like the way we had ugly cried reading that part and the stabbing wala aspect. was a
no spoilers. No spoilers.
Yes.
I did not get one single spoiler that was about book 6. Even you did not mention book 6. Everyone mentioned the Blackwater art. No one mentioned book 6 to me. Okay.
People have been traumatized by the Blackwater art and book arc in book 6.
I will probably, if this gets
Yeah.
like anything, I'll probably get a lot of backlash. Book 6 was way more traumatizing than the Blackwater arc.
It
way
was
more.
because we were dealing with our protagonist. We loved him to bits, bro.
It
Like
was way
where
more,
he goes, it hurts. Like we are hurting, bro. Stop.
I was reading on my phone. I literally read the entire part, turned it down, and I literally needed 5 minutes. I
More or
read
less, all of us did that. I believe them because I
every
was just
single
like
one of us.
off.
Bus,
Yes,
gone,
done,
go
no
away. Then I picked it up, removed it, and I just taking out like, what the hell did you just
Exactly.
do? Like as if it was nothing.
Broke our hearts and shattered it to pieces, and then like blew away the crump like Trish's ashes from Divergent.
God,
That was another trauma. Divergent.
We have been reading trauma ever since we were kids at this point.
I was ugly crying. Like when Ford climbed up that Ferris, we'd be like, Trish's ashes are gonna fly from this Ferris wheel. I was like,
Arey,
oh no.
This reminded me of Hunger Games ka.
Rude. Oh.
Arey, what was his name?
Sinna.
No, Sina to tha. There's another one, na.
Which one? So many people died.
Bhai,
Oh, Finnick. Dude, no, you're bringing back my trauma. His end was so unjustified. It was so unnecessary. He could have lived happily with Anne.
See, this is why I wanted to
That
bring it
does
up.
not
This is why I wanted to bring it up. See, we have been reading traumatizing books since we were kids. So yeah.
My God.
Basically, it was I had got into Heaven Official Blessing after like not reading books for a really long time,
Same.
and the fact that I finished 8 volumes
Yeah.
in less than 5 days.
Exactly.
In less than 5 days should say something about how much I loved that book.
And the way it brought us back from our slump,
Exactly.
like
It did
I
bring us back
hadn't
from the slump.
read in like 4 years, and I was like,
Same.
I was sad about the fact that I could not, like
Read
hold
it.
on to the
Ah.
book, and I was like, something is wrong with me.
Me.
But then I realized, no,
No,
it's the
it
book
is the
that's
book.
not able to hold our attention. Like when Sunrise on the Reaping came out, I finished the book in 3.5 hours.
Same. I finished Shadow and Bones in 3.5
Ah.
hours. I was like, that is how speedy we read. So.
No.
And also, before we continue, we will do a Heaven Official Blessing.
Yes,
JVN episode.
yes. We're gonna
Okay.
talk about it in detail because we have a lot.
We
of
have a lot to
opinions.
talk about. We have a lot of opinions, and not just about Javian,
We're gonna talk
Hualian,
about all of the characters.
the like Genalia trio.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
we have a lot to talk about Genalia trio.
They're
That trio is like our discussion at this
True.
point. We could write a thesis at this
Exactly,
point on that trio.
They need help.
Therapy. Someone give them therapy.
No, like just look at the next line.
Mm.
Change the prophecy. I don't want money, just someone who wants my company. Let it once be me. Who do I have to speak to about it so that they can redo the prophecy? Like we see how he vies for company, like throughout. When he was in the coffin, when he comes out, him and his half-eaten like bun.
Then he does find someone. He finds someone who
Somebody
makes-
finds him.
somebody who spent tirelessly, like not stopping once, found him, took him out of that hole, and made him realize that it is as being happy is really that simple.
So just imagine this part, hand on the throttle. Thought I caught lightning in a bottle, but
God.
it's gone again. Pad around when I get home. I guess a lesser woman would have lost hope. Like
Greater
not
woman.
in terms of not the woman,
gender,
but
the
you
gender
understand
not.
the
Right.
feeling.
A greater woman wouldn't
I
die.
looked up to the sky and said, "Please, I've been on my knees."
Oh,
Bro has been begging throughout, like
exactly.
not in the sense that we'd see him on his knees all the time. He's very
And
strong about
he's very
that.
strong,
but we
but-
see like the various cracks in his
His-
disposition when we get to see him through, like Huachong's perspective. And that is something that like really hit
Like,
us.
can you imagine spending 800 years and not one person gets you? Like, not one person understands what you have been through. But then you suddenly
They don't
meet
even
someone-
know the full story.
Exactly.
Bro
Like,
was
no
single-handedly
one.
like 2 calamities and nobody got like
Ah.
the air of it.
The fact that apart from, okay, I'm not going to say that character's name, Hua Cheng and that character, no one knew
What
or
had
no one
happened
knows
with him.
what happened with Jagan. Not
And-
even his best
Ha.
friends.
They are like,
They are completely clueless.
Ah,
And I'm
exactly.
still mad about that. Don't get me started on that topic.
yeah,
If we keep talking about the episode, we'll go.
true. What is the next one that you're going to talk about?
Slump.
Okay.
I
Go
just
ahead.
finished Slump and that because both of them are two
At
of
the
my
top of the
favorites.
list.
Top of the list.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, this entire song, but there is this part where it says, "And now I'm walking on my way, all alone. I'm feeling so cold, not getting anywhere. I feel like I'm in slow mo. Used to be the winner. Everything was all black and white. Now I'm at the bottom of a pile of dusty food." She's like, "Why are you bringing up so sad?"
Exactly. All of it is like, I'm gonna cry any moment kind of songs.
Ha. Exactly. Because these two were like that. Hold on.
You found them at a time like that.
Ha. Exactly. And there's too fast. I try to follow, but I'm losing hope. We used to walk together down this winding road, but you're so far ahead. It seems impossible to catch up. So this, the reason how I see it, the person that we are talking about, we used to talk about the winding road. How I see it is like losing someone really close to you, and then just completely crashing down and realizing that you're in such a slump and you'll never be able to reach out to that person anymore.
Again.
Like, you realizing that everything that you had with that person is completely lost.
Yeah, right. And even if it is not exactly lost in the sense that,
But yeah, it is.
you'd have the memories, but still you cannot have the person anymore.
Yes,
You cannot
exactly.
reach out to the person
Which
and be
is
like,
why,
hey.
and that dusty pile of photos.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you are. In the end of the, like, in end of the entire thing, is just
Yeah.
like, we are just a pile of dusty photos. And
Not
it is,
even that, I guess, for
right.
many.
For many, you're not even that. So that, the entire song, how I see it, that's how I see it. This song was used as a little, like, backstory. This song was used as the ending song for Tower of God. So there is the Japanese version to the song, there's an English version, and there's a Korean version.
Oh, there's a lot.
There's 3 versions.
Yes.
I like listening to the English version a lot more because somehow I feel it's way more soulful, to me at least. Again, you can have your preferences. So
True.
that is the song that is the version that I listen to the most. And again, that the reason why they have this thing is because in Tower of God, this person, like the main character, gets left behind by one of the people who he thought was his friend.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's like abandonment issues.
It's exactly. So the entire song is basically based on that abandonment. But it's not just abandonment if you look at it. It can be someone close one leaving you and going away.
It's abandonment, it's heartbreak, it's a lot of
Exactly.
isolation.
Exactly. So it can be a lot of things. So that again, you can interpret the song according to the situation
Yeah,
that you're in.
absolutely.
So that is one of my go-to songs
True.
when I'm feeling really sad and down. Again, it's like it basically helps me channel out my emotion that I'm feeling inside. So that is how I see that particular song and how the reason why I play it. So
If you're gonna be so deep about it, I think the next song that I'd like to discuss would be Black Swan.
oh yes, now we're getting into
Yeah.
it. Now we're
Like,
really getting into it.
Black Swan, the entire aspect of the song is about, like, as to how I like to interpret is the fact, like, what if I could not do the thing that I love the most? And I feel this fear, like, deep in my guts that someday I'll just lose interest in something that I did or will not be able to do it. Like, that's one of the things, because if I love making stuff with my own hands, and one day I'm unable to make stuff with my own hands, or I just do not have like an interest in doing so, will I be losing a huge part of me? And how would that change me? Because I don't want that change to be happening, at least not willingly, and unwillingly it will be devastating. So when it came out saying do your thing, I was like, I'm gonna do the thing for the longest time that I possibly can before I have to let it go. And like, I get how there were a lot of people interpreting it from the dancer's perspective, and they
There
were
are a lot of perspective. You can not just dancers.
exactly.
It's like artists in general. There are so many artists. Like you said, what happens if I lose interest? I was
Yeah.
thinking what happened to people who never lost interest, but they were not able to follow through with their art for multiple reasons. Like, can you imagine the suffocation that,
It is absolutely blind.
like, as an artist, right, if you don't make something, like, she has this thing, she does not paint, she gets really frustrated, okay, she needs to be painted. So
True.
can you imagine as an artist, like, someone not allowing you to go through with it, or your body not allowing you to go through with it, or your mind stopping you from going through it? There can be multiple reasons. Like, not being able to do that one thing that keeps you sane.
Going, yeah.
And it's like, I'm pretty sure it's very torture. Very
It's like a
torturous.
punishment without even inflicting punishment. It's
Exactly.
like a punishment on its own. Like, when you feel like you have that creativity but it's bottled up, the feeling of it is very suffocating.
Right.
Like she mentioned, I get very annoyed. Like,
Frustrated.
people would piss me off if they breathed wrong around me. And I'm like, it can be like a bracelet that I made, it can be like an entire sketch that I made, but something needs to be done with the hand. Which is why recently I got into journaling, which saved me significantly, because if I do not have anything, I have a ton of scraps saved around that I journal with. So, yes, like,
it's an outlet basically.
sure.
And I just realized many people have different outlets of getting things out of their
Absolutely.
system. So
Like, when I was a kid, like I was in 7 or 8, and whenever I used to get extremely sad, I used to put on my headphones and I had the Taylor Swift album. I used to sing along, and my singing is terrible. Like, my singing voice is terrible. I used to yell with it. And there have been times when people would be like, Is something wrong with her? What happened? My class 7 to 8 self had a coping mechanism of yelling out Taylor Swift song. It only had to be her. Specifically Speak Now and
I
that
did
one,
okay
Me.
about that, huh. Me,
Yes,
the
me.
band. The band.
Me.
Ah, okay.
So mean, so mean, so mean. I remember like somebody had entered my room and they were shocked because the lights were off and I was just yelling at the top of my voice. And they were like,
You had a better coping mechanism than I did. Trust me, you did.
I used to yell out English songs when I was frustrated. Class 7, 8.
Right, exactly. Same thing. The thing is, 7 it was hell, bro. Now if I think about it, it's hell.
I don't remember half of it and I do not care about it anymore.
Like seriously, we have literally blocked out half of it. The only thing I remember are few bits and parts, which again are very, very bad memories.
Or very unique things that happen.
And very bad memories. So just like I'm like don't remember. Just let it be. Stay there. You don't have to come back. That kind of thing.
Wait, there's one more aspect of Black Swan that I really like. Let me get to the lyrics. Because we're gonna talk about lyrics. Yeah, see, there's this part which says like, you know, like if I have to put a stop to what I've been doing since the very beginning, it'll be like my first step that I've always been afraid of. And this thing hit like a bucket of water while we were asleep. Because like I said, that is a fear, like what if I lose interest? One of the major reasons as to why I started listening to BTS's music, because like I found a muse in them. At a time where I was like literally losing interest in anything and everything. I had zero inspiration. My books were like, I was done drawing about characters in my books. I was done drawing nature scenery, and I just wanted something that will, you know, like provide me enough inspiration that I could get back to art, and I was not drawing at all. And I was under a lot of educational aspects, you know, like aspirations.
That was
True.
so. That was.
And then I was like, am I gonna stop? Am I gonna stop with my art? And then like I found the music and I was like, okay, I enjoy seeing the background. I'm probably gonna draw it. I enjoy seeing this. I'm probably gonna draw it. And then like I got into drawing back, and I was like, okay, fine. That's one thing. But I do understand the fear of what it is like to lose interest. Which is why again, when I was losing interest in reading books, I was almost like, if I'm gonna lose interest in books, that's like half of what I loved gone.
Right.
So yeah, this was literally like a whole another level, you know, like where Black Swan resonated.
I remember
because
the day Black Swan came on, the entire like literally the fandom broke.
True.
The fandom literally broke. And then you remember the entire performance that.
yes, because the entire thing was beautiful. Like the one where they choreographed, like with professional dancers, was one that we watched, and it was like very very unique.
It's very beautiful.
And
It's
then
something
came
not
out
down
the OT7 performance regimen was, you know, like performing. It
It's
was a whole
beautiful.
other level. So yeah, Black Swan would be the other song that I love to talk about. What is your next?
Oh, sorry. Okay, my turn.
Yes.
Okay, the one that we just listened to right now.
Oh.
Let's do that.
Okay. Yes.
Social Path.
Yes.
So this was, I think, recent. I'm not sure if it's recent or not anymore. But yeah, Social Path. The main lyrics of Social Path basically begins with "Gave up my youth for my future. I just want to rise up stronger." So basically, I think it's something that we all relate to, don't we?
True.
Like we did give up half of a youth just trying to figure out which college we want to go to, which studies we need to do,
Who we wanna be.
who we want to be, answering questions, trying to look for jobs, trying to be,
You know, like carve out who might we be.
exactly.
Our future selves.
Like who, like the question who.
Yes, absolutely.
Who
The
do you
who
want
is
to
a very big thing.
God, I remember this. I will come back to the who thing. So basically, this entire song just gives you that entire perspective that people again they have the same resonation. Remember that people will stop you when you're trying to go down your own path.
Elevator.
Exactly. So there will be people
always
stopping
there.
you. There will be people who will laugh at you. There will be people who laugh at your passion. There will be people who laugh at your choices. They will not agree with you. They will say that the path that you're going on is probably not correct and it's not something that they would have chosen. But again, that is
We
your
are not
path.
them.
Yes. you're not them, you are you. So you choose the path that you want to go, and just call it a social path. Just call it a social path, just call it your path, and just go through it. Don't overthink about the fact that what they are going to do, because it is not
Because
their
eventually,
dream.
if it's like our own path, we'd reach the destination that meets our expectations.
Exactly. That's the thing. They're like this, and the entire song they mentioned that the path that they chose, it feels like them.
True.
It
My
feels
path.
us. Exactly. It is not something that someone has given to them, and it's not something that it's not hand me down. It feels like it is ours. This is what we chose, this is what we worked for, and we are going to walk down this path happy no matter how hard it gets. And that is the entire concept of the entire song. So, and it is very beautifully done. It gives you this, energy to work towards what
Your
you
dreams
want,
and what
right?
you want to pursue.
Exactly. It just gives you that energy and that push to work forward and be better. And this song I used to listen to when I was, on my way to work. I needed that motivation to go to work.
Inspiration.
I just needed that motivation to go to work. So I was basically used to keep listening to this song. I was like, okay, fine. Because you said so. And this one was literally like, because you said so.
Makes sense.
And it basically goes, cause everyone keeps turning me down. Countless new surroundings, cold eyes keep looking me down. I'm still in the crowd, alien of the town. Yeah, they want me to give up right now. They are making me laugh, it's so loud, waking the demon that's inside. You only get to live one life. I know I'm ready. Take the chance no matter what they tell me.
Gonna take that chance.
Exactly. So I cannot explain this feeling. Yeah, this path was meant to be my dream. Look back, the ashes prove my passion. Always burns eternally. No regrets. I love this feeling.
We're all-
Down on this road, call it the social.
We are all, like appreciators of good poetry.
Right. Exactly.
Every time we go through the lyrics of one of our songs,
Exactly, and we
it's
go
like
like,
it's a poem.
It's a poem. It's literally a poem, right? It's beautiful, to be honest. It's literally beautiful, and the lyrical thing of the entire thing is so pretty. So it's like,
And like whenever whenever you're listening to it in English, when it's an English song, you're able to better understand the kind of
Right.
expression that they wanted. It's similar for whenever you listen to the song in their native languages. There's a different feel to it. There's a different flow.
it's completely different.
and it's what keeps us grooving, because we tend to jump from language to language sometimes. It's English, Hindi, then there's Bengali, then there's a bit of Korean here, there's a bit of Japanese there, there's a bit of OSTs from different things that we have watched, so all of that.
OST reminded me, I just saw OST in my life one. So I like that is their thing. Yeah.
So it's like a mix and match, a hot pot of a lot of
Everything.
different things.
Everything.
Yeah, exactly. Now that we're talking about songs, one of my very, very loved songs is again by Taylor Swift and related to Hunger Games, Safe and Sound. Very heartbreaking, but I cannot go back to the song. Every time I see Peter and I'm like, okay, Safe and Sound playing in the background. Every time I think of
I
that.
blame the editors for this. Okay?
Yeah,
every
there's
single
plenty of
time I listen to Prophecy and I think about Jailia, and I blame the editor who made that edit, and it was literally all over Twitter, and I was like, no, absolutely.
Oh, have you seen that Hota Ruby no Morie edit on the song called The Kings?
No.
Oh my god, I'm gonna ruin your day. I'm gonna send you that edit.
I'm scared right now.
Yes. Oh my god, yeah. So, Safe and Sound stands out because it is all about, a situation where people are in, really, really, really deep mud. But then there is this safe space that a haven that they create for themselves, or an individual who can be personified as a heaven, and they bring the the intensity of being abandoned or being in danger, gets calmed down. Safe space, even the tune of the song is very mellow, so it's like it's
shit.
almost like a lullaby. Who is it? Oh, that's gonna be my next one. I am very, very excited. The way I am holding myself back from going back to back into Arirang, because I already did that part. That is really, really very true. The way I am holding myself back from going back to back into Aridam because Arim already did that part. That is like really, really very true. We'll get to our own aspects because it's close to what the actual thing was. But yeah, then again, safe and sound. See, it starts with I remember tears streaming down your face when I'd said I'd never let you go. With all those shadows almost kill your light, I remember you said, don't leave me here alone. But that's all dead and gone and past tonight. Just close your eyes, the sun is going down. You'll be alright. No one can hurt you now. Come morning light and you'll be safe and sound. Firstly, the fact that like this reflects the scenario when they were in the arena fighting for their life.
That is what I heard in the cave, remember?
Exactly.
The cave scene.
Oh my god, the cave scene.
Oh god.
Like he was almost
Almost
dead.
dead.
Until Alice, they received the healing balm through the cave, through the parachute that Hamish sent.
That is how. I think that is how they both got momentum. That their moment in the cave.
Their star-crossed lover thing, like literally launched. And Gail was like, bro!
Exactly. Oh god, I remember his face.
His face, exactly.
His face.
You are both on the same page here.
His
face was like. And I was like, you. No, I honestly did not really hate Gail up until the last box. Where, like he was the reason behind the trap in the bomb where Prim died. I was like, dude.
Seriously.
And then he progressively went into, like being worse and worse. But yeah, safe and sound. Like that is why it's like a lullaby when you're thinking about Hunger Games. Not something that I like to listen to when I go to sleep. But yeah, like since Hunger Games is one of my most beloved reads, safe and sound is like right above Yellow Flicker Beat when it comes to, like the track list. Every time I listen to like there's this whoa while apart. Done. Put it anywhere, I'll be like safe and sound. See? Don't you dare look out your window, darling, everything's on fire. The war outside our door keeps raging.
Oh god.
This is literally like the bombing situation when they recover him. So yeah, safe and sound. So first, like a lot of these tracks were like the ones that we resonated with in terms of lyrics. Then Prophecy was one we resonated with because it resonated with our favorite book. Again, Safe and Sound is yet another song which resonates with one of our book on like a whole other level. We can have so many moments just taken and put on the song and they'd fit just right.
Right, exactly.
What do you want to talk about next?
Okay.
She forgets that she has to talk about her songs as well.
She said, remember who?
Yes.
Stray Kids have an album called I Am Who.
Okay.
Okay? They have an album called I Am Who. I said I like Elevator when I first listened to it, right? So I was curious about the kind of people and kind of music that they made. So I got into the first album that I listened from start to finish of theirs was I Am Who. And basically the entire song started when the first song in the first album basically started with I am who, I am what is the reason for my existence,
Okay.
don't know why, what was that, question.
Okay.
So the entire lyric just went like this. And at that point when you're completely lost and I literally did not know who I was at that point of time,
Like
those,
I feel that in my soul.
I literally felt like they were literally talking about, me. They're talking about what I was feeling. And the entire album from My Case, which again talks about how, we need to stick to what the goals that we have instead of looking at the rat race that's going on outside. So it literally, those songs came to me at a point in my life where I was so focused on, again, looking at other people, feeling that they are doing better than I am. Like
That feeling
it's very shit, especially when it's just starting out.
Yeah. It's
First
like you're
semester.
so far behind in the race. How would you even ever catch up?
Exactly.
But then, like now, sitting here right now, like 7 years from there, I'd say there is no race.
There is no.
I was competing against myself, and I'm happy with the way that things were progressing, and I can see things will only get better from here.
Exactly. So that is the thing, right? Like that is the
we
kind
developed that.
We developed
with
that.
time.
We developed that with time, and that was exactly that song was trying to tell us in that moment. saying that you need to maintain your own pace. Don't look at people around you. Even a snail has a different pace than that of a rabbit.
True. And but
So-
they're still making progress.
Exactly, they're still making progress. So do not judge someone just because they are they are faster or you are slower. You are slower, they are faster.
What even defines faster and slower
I
in
have
this
absolutely
case?
no idea.
Like, yeah, even I used to be like, oh my god, they're making so much progress. But I was like,
Exactly.
when I look back, I did so much stuff too. Like, sometimes I go back and I, like look back at stuff that I did, and I was like, you were insane at the pace that you were doing things
Exactly.
for your age. Like,
Exactly.
me right now, I would do like a percentage of that, and I'd still be like, I've done it all.
Yeah.
But then, the me then was like, you literally did not do anything. Like, look around, people are doing so much more. She never thought about the fact that they had resources, they had access, they had
Exactly.
guidance,
They
they
had
had
networks.
interests. Yeah, and then I was out there, literally, like winging it. There's so many of us
That
out
is
there just winging it.
it. Exactly. We do not have that kind of resources or networks or things on our end. But we
Yeah,
still
even
were
like
doing
a vision.
it.
Like, we never had a tunnel vision that we're gonna do this and this is what is gonna happen. And sometimes people are like, that is the problem. You do not have a tunnel vision about what you want to do, or perhaps even a clear vision of what you want to do. But then the thing is, like, we just don't want to do one thing. It's as simple as that. And like, even that realization was something that came to me very, very late. And like, it was after I started studying BTS that became a clarity, because it was something that I heard very often. You're too serious. You take things too seriously.
I still
You're
hear.
always looking. Exactly.
I
You're
still hear
always
that.
looking for meanings in things. Does it have to be so meaningful all the time? And I was like, but I want it to be meaningful, because otherwise I do not see much value in why I should be spending my time on that.
Exactly.
Like, it should
How
go.
do you resonate with it if it does not happen?
Perhaps some do, but still, like, and then when I like started studying that, I was like, that's one person who's doing all of it. He's reading, he's writing, he's rapping, he's performing, he's dancing,
Exactly.
and he has his qualms where he's like, I might not be the best,
Hmm.
but the world is like, no, you are the best. You're literally really, really good at it. Like, looking back, he might not think that he worked hard, but he's literally like holding the banner, guiding that movement of music from one genre to the other, breaking boundaries. And I was like, if that person can do it and he's
Exactly.
applauded, I am no one, and I can still do it, and I do not need to be applauded,
Exactly.
and I'm still gonna do it.
Hmm.
So that acceptance, I think, that came with time, that came with music, and that came with like listening to the message again and again and again, that it's all right to be.
It got drilled into the
Yeah.
system again. I have a friend of mine, okay, so she had some trouble starting out with her degree. Like, and she just texted me yesterday or 2 days back that she listens to a pod daily. So
She does?
Yes. she
Oh my god, that's really good. Shout out to you. I hope you enjoyed this episode when it comes out.
So basically, I remember like when she was having this hard time, I kept telling her the same thing. I kept telling the lyrics of My Face, and I just said, "Hey, listen,
Like, listen to it.
Listen
It's
to
not
it.
just listen to it. Listen to it.
the meaning of
Yeah.
it, because that is what it is. Your pace does not always have to be same as the
Exactly.
peers around you. And still, I'm saying the same thing to you.
Yeah.
Your pace does not have
It's
to be
just
the
your
same.
own. Huh.
Exactly.
It's just
around
your
the
own.
people around you, it just has to be yours. And you making it in the end is what matters. The
And
journey.
you never know when you'll have that breakthrough that you want.
Exactly.
Because others, they might not even have a breakthrough in a path that they're gonna take.
Right.
You might just have one. You might have that break.
Right,
You're gonna
exactly.
like become something that you wanna be, or somebody
can
that you
be-
wanna be.
Exactly. So I totally get that people around you can, make it seem that, how do you say that?
It's not gonna work out. It's so tough out there. It's a rat race. They're gonna pull you down, but that
Yes.
does not that is not when you give up.
Hmm.
You do not need to give up.
Exactly.
They're just like background noise. They're that ambient music playing in the background that you ignored. Do that.
Like it can. How do you say that word? I'm totally forgetting the word.
Which one? What does it mean?
They may intimidate you,
but
they
never
might
be
intimidate
intimidated.
you. Exactly. Like people around you might seem that they have more resources, more networks. It might be intimidating, but please don't.
5 to 7 years down the line, we're gonna be
It
there.
does not matter. It really does not matter.
Yeah.
Trust
Like,
me.
we are happy about people wherever they are, but we are also happy and working towards who we are and who we want to be.
Exactly.
And that's our piece.
That is the entire thing of the song, right? It is
Yes.
my place in the end of it.
You know, like there's this song from Cat's Eye which I've also added to the list, which is called My Way.
Ah.
Like they're just, they know that they might have troubles. They know that they are gonna be wrong, but still they're gonna be
Right,
peaceful
yes.
and at peace about the thing that they did
They
their
did-
own way.
Right, exactly.
That's one song that I like really adore, where the vocals are really nice as well, and the meaning is like, you know, like the mom said, like you're messing up, and you'd be facing the repercussions, but
Yeah.
she's happy that I'm gonna
I'm gonna
still
do
do
it
it my way. There's so many meanings, there's so many lyrics, so many songs, but on a similar theme.
Exactly. And it came out.
See,
My piece
it
out.
says, wake up, mama's mad cause I stayed up, sneaking out trying to meet with someone I shouldn't see, picking apart what's wrong with me. My house sometimes it gets too loud, so I wait till my girls pull up in their dad's M3. Careful that we don't lose the keys, or we never wanna do what I'm told. Even if I mess it all up and make a million mistakes, at least I can say that I did it my way. So, like, this is more like owning up to the fact that I want to do it my way. So you're gonna be inspired by that and follow this.
Exactly.
Whatever happens, you're gonna make it through. You're gonna succeed. You're gonna be the best version of you that you possibly can. That is
So,
the kind of songs if you've been
exactly.
listening to a lot of preaching and sermons to our own selves. You're like,
Okay.
that's like.
So
yes,
this
tell
is
me.
the look at everybody else and me. Seems like they're all better than me. Why is that? Why is that? Unconsciously, I end up looking at them. I have to keep choosing though. I don't know this or that. Should I try? Should I try it? Am I falling behind? The anxiety is killing me. Look at everybody else. Look at everybody else. I know I'm different than. But only greed fills up my empty glass. I don't want to agree. I'll end up comparing anyway. Going forward doesn't mean going first, baby. Look far and take your time. No need for impatience. My pace.
I agree to that. Like, wholeheartedly. Like, they just took whatever goes on in our mind and put it into the
Exactly.
lyrics.
Exactly.
They did not even sugarcoat it.
Exactly.
It's just
Like
exactly
just that.
there.
Just that.
Ah.
It's like stop comparing. It's okay to run slower on my lane, on my
True.
road.
So, this is like actually really very good.
Exactly.
We're gonna add the playlist to our description so that you guys can go through it and do not have to search for it.
Exactly. Yeah. See, the ones that I'm talking about, half of them are not even in the playlist. So I'm like, I just need to put them in the
Yeah,
playlist.
you put it there.
Uh-huh.
Even the next one, we're gonna keep talking about more songs
Exactly.
because we have a list of over 50
50
songs,
over
right
50
now.
songs right now.
Yeah, you will find the songs in the description. We'll
The
add it
playlist
there.
in the description
Yes,
as
the
well.
playlist will be added in the description, and I hope that we'll be able to make a couple parts with this because we have a lot to talk about, and we have the whole of June.
Exactly.
We're gonna be celebrating the festa our own way.
Oh, we didn't even make a vlog. We just realized that. Over the 13th.
We can be making a vlog over the 13th. Please keep an eye out for that. Might be out on the 14th or 15th.
Yes.
Yes. This was an extra long episode, and hopefully you'll be supporting us through it because we plan to make a couple of more longer episodes when it comes to celebrating the festa in the spirits of celebrating all things music and all things BTS. But that's only a part of what 2P podcast is all about, right? See you in the next episode where we'll bring you more of our thoughts on
Right,
songs,
exactly.
of our books, what spooks us.
And a lot more, I guess.
Yeah, and also, like keep an eye out. We have a lot more stuff coming out. Something really unique. Something that might be out sometime later in September and the next year of December. So yes,
Yeah.
That's a surprise
That's
for now.
surprise.
But we're gonna do it in an elaborate way.
Exactly.
Yeah, we give out a hint right now. We are the hint. But yeah, see you sometime with that special thing either in September or in the first week of Jan.
Okay.
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to? What are your favorite songs that inspire you to create something, make something, or just help you keep going? Are you an army? Are you an army? If you are, drop us purple hearts. I'm looking for more people to connect with. And if you're a stay,
Please.
drop which heart? Drop a red heart or a black heart in the comments?
Yeah. That will
Do
work.
that. And if you just want to talk, drop by in the email, drop by in the comments. We're always seeing, always talking, always chatting and reacting. See you later. Bye bye. The next Monday, yes.